Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Levittown Public Library Stretch Fusion with Debbie on December 12th, 2024. Take it away, Debbie.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Stretch Fusion class. So good to see a lot of familiar faces here. So we're going to start out with a little bit of a kind of a slow warm up. Throughout the course, we are going to be taking our body through some movements. Some of them are dynamic stretches, which are flowing. Some of them are static stretches, which are holding. And my rule number one is always do what is safe for you. If it hurts, don't do it. Modify any way you need to. So we're going to start out with a super slow motion march, which warms up the body, but also addresses some balance and coordination issues. So you're going to pump the arms and start with that right knee coming up, bringing it up for 1. We're going to go for 8 and 2. Legs just keep going. Here's 3 and 4. Here's 5 and 6, but nice and slow and controlled. Here's 7 and 8. Now fold the arms for 1 and 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't have to lift high, and 8. Now fingers up for 1. Listen to your body. And 2. And 3. Here's 4. It's 5, 6, 7, and 8. Dropping the elbows for 1 and 2. There's 3, 4. There's 5. Working your arms, your legs, your core. 6. Here's 7, 8. Adding a little twist for 1 and 2. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to center, no twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fingers stay up if you can for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fingers down and pump for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more and 8. All right, so we're going to take it kind of a side to side swaying motion, lifting your heels up, warming up your ankles. So just take it side to side over to your right and to your left. I'm going to add arm movements, reaching cross body with the heel of the hand. So we're going to reach to the left with the right hand and then reach. A little bit of a twist, a little bit of a push, just taking it side to side. And when I cue you, we're going to be reaching that palm up towards the ceiling. So taking it over to the left with the right hand, reach up like you're touching the ceiling with your hand. Just keep going. Reach it cross body again. So take it a little farther if you can, waking up the muscles, waking up the joints. And we're just going to drop the arms, keeping it side to side. We're going to be rolling the opposite shoulder so that when you go right, it's the left shoulder. When you go left, it's the right shoulder. So on the next time you go right, roll your left shoulder up and around and switch. We're going to be adding elbows to that and then the full arm. If any of that's not good for you, do what the prior motion was that was okay for you. So add your elbow up and around, like that good morning stretch. And just take it back and side to side. Now we're going to add the full arm, only if it's good for you. If your shoulders are bothered by this, then do whatever is fine with you. We are going to, and I let you know, go in reverse motion. So eventually we're going to be coming back to the elbows and then back to just the shoulders. So let's take it back to just the elbows, up and around. And then just to the shoulders, up and around. And now just drop the shoulders. Continue side to side for 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. All right. So bringing your arms, palms facing forward. We're going to take it to full arm circles. Full might be different for every one of you, depending on any issues you may have, but go to the fullest, biggest circle you can that is safe for you. So slowly bringing them forward, up and around, squeeze the shoulder blades on the way down. We're going to go for 8 forward and 8 back. And here's 2. And 3, but really squeeze those shoulder blades. Open up the chests. 4 more in this direction. Here's 5. And 6. 7. And 8. Now reverse your circle. Bring them back and around for 1. And 2. Here's 3. And 4. Here's 5. 6. Just 2 more. Here's 7. And 8. So I'm going to bring my fingertips to touch my shoulders. We're going to do that a few times, and then they're going to stay there, and we're just going to do elbow rolls. Again, modify and adjust any way that is right for your body. So you're just going to tap your shoulders and then just bring them down. We're going to go for 5. So tap it for 2. On 5, hold it there if you can, or hold it away from the body if that's better for you. 2 more. Taking it for 4. Now hold it there for 5 if you can. Elbows go forward and around. And here's 2. We're going to go 5 forward, 5 back. And here's 3. A little different than the full arm rolls. And 4. And 5. Now reverse. Opposite direction for 1. And 2. Here's 3. And 4. 1 more. And 5. And bringing the arms down. So we're just going to bring our fingertips to touch in front. We're going to come up overhead, and if that's not good for you, come to the position that is good for you, because we're going to be interlacing our fingers, facing it up and taking it over to the side. So if that means for you to just take it like this, that's fine. If coming all the way up is not good for you. So bring the hands up, interlace your fingers, palms flip up if you can, take it over to your right. Holding that position. Make sure you're not leaning backwards and feeling it in your lower back. Slowly come back up. Knuckles up to the ceiling. Bring the arms down. Same thing to the other side. So bring them up. Then flip the palms up. Reach to the sky. Take it over to your left. Hold that for a little bit. Make sure, again, you're not leaning backwards or feeling it in your lower back. Then bringing it up. Reverse the palms and take it down. We're going to go 1 more each side. So come all the way up or to whatever height's good for you. Flip the palms up, reach to the sky, over to your right. Hold that a little bit. And go all the way back up. Palms re-flip and then come down. I don't know if re-flip is even a word. And again, bring them up to the ceiling. Flip the palms up, reach and over to your left. And slowly coming back up and take it all the way down. So we are going to do what I call floppy arms. It's just kind of a side to side, warming up our spine a little bit, warming up the shoulders, the arms. So your left hand is going to reach for your right hip and your right hand is going to come behind, reaching for the other hip. Maybe not that far, but just flop the arms as we take it to the right and to the left. Or it doesn't matter what direction, it's okay. And just going side to side. If that feels good in your back, that's great. If that doesn't feel good, stop. Again, if it hurts, don't do it. Just flapping those arms around. And just a few more. One more each side. And bringing the arms to rest at your sides. So we are going to do some alternating opposite shoulder hugs. We'll be swinging the arms back, coming forward. We'll be reaching for the opposite shoulders and just keep doing that at a faster pace. Eventually we'll hold them, but not right now. So just float the arms back, float them forward, reach for whatever shoulders, give yourself a hug, reach them back. And just swing them and just recross each time. Opposite arm on top each time, alternating, bringing them, giving yourself a hug. If you can, lifting those elbows up a little bit, only to the point where it still feels good for you. We're going to just go for 4 more. And 3 more. And 2 more. Last one. And 1 more. And bringing it down. So we're going to expand a little bit on our side bends. We've done these before, doing the goalpost position like you're doing a strength training shoulder press. We're going to reach up to the sky, bend to the right, let the right arm drop down, reach opposing, left arm to the ceiling, right arm to the floor. Bring yourself back up, drop your elbows. Same thing to the other side, reach it up, bend to the right, the left arm comes down, the right arm is up. Holding that position, slowly come back up and drop the elbows down. We'll go 1 more each side, reach it up over to your right, right arm down, left arm up, gazing at that higher hand. And just bringing it back up, dropping the elbows down, coming back up, now over to your left, the left arm goes down, the right arm reaches up, look up towards that right hand. And slowly bringing yourself all the way back up. And taking it down. So we are going to take it into some hip rolls, again, warming up our hips, our spine, and then some variations on the cat-cow, again, just for the flexibility of the spine. So you're going to bring your hips forward to your right and around. We're going to be making 5 circles to the right and then 5 to the left. So place your hands anywhere that's comfortable for you. Reach your hips forward a little bit, take them to the right and around. And take it for 2. And around for 3. And 4. 1 more in this direction and 5. And now reverse your direction, forward and around for 1. And 2. Here's 3. And 4. And 5. All right, so we're going to take it to some roll downs. So I'll turn sideways so that you can see now whether you're rolling down to your thighs and just this far, whether you're rolling down to your chair, whether you're rolling down to the floor, all depends on your level and what's comfortable for you. So we're going to roll down the spine and then roll back up. So make sure anything you do is safe for you. Starting with a nice deep inhale, bringing the arms all the way up, even with your ears. And now you're just softening your knees, soften the hips. You can reach towards the chair, reach towards your thighs, reach towards the floor. Hold whatever position you're able to, use support. And now slowly just roll yourself back up again, using your chair, using your thighs, rolling yourself all the way back up. And again, just bringing that nice deep inhale all the way up. Exhale over. From here, you're breathing normally, making sure we're never holding our breath. And slowly just roll yourself back up, again, using whatever you need to, whether it's your thighs, the chair. We're going to take it for 1 more like that. Nice deep inhale up. Exhale, just roll it over, articulating the spine. The flexible spine is so important. Breathe when you need to, so breathe normally. And slowly reach all the way back up. Bring the arms up overhead and bringing the arms back to the sides. So I'm going to use the back of the chair. We're going to do some variations on a cat-cow, which is so good for the spine. That's something that you should do every day when you get up. Cat-cow, bird dogs, things like that. So we are gonna do a cat cow, and then we are gonna do a little bit of bird dog. So we're standing a little bit far enough away. I'm kind of leaning a little bit forward. The chair is there for support. And you're just gonna start with your chin into your neck, kind of rolling down a little bit, but then you're kind of scooping your head forward and just bringing it up, stretching out your torso. And now tucking your chin and bringing yourself down, curling that lower back. And now just reaching the head a little bit forward, bringing yourself up with a reach, stretching out your torso, making sure you're not feeling it in the lower back. And now just tuck your chin, start curling it down, tucking the hips. So it's a variation on our cat cow. We're gonna go for one more like that, just slowly bringing your head forward as you're scooping it up. Feeling the stretch in the abdominal area. And now slowly just tucking your chin, bringing yourself down in that lower position. And now from here, trying to keep your upper body nice and steady, just uncurl your hips. And then curl your hips, all in that lower body. I'm not moving my head up and down. I'm just uncurling my hips and tucking the hips. Two more, uncurl the hips. So notice my head and chest are staying exactly where they are. Curling the hips. One more, uncurling the hips. Curling the hips. And now just rolling all the way back up. We're gonna take it into a bird dog. Normally that's done on your hands and knees, and it's bringing one arm, opposite leg out. So we're just gonna do a standing version of that. Again, just softening the knees, softening the hips. We're not going too far. It's not like I'm doing a squat. And you're just going to reach your left arm out as that right leg slides back. It stays on the floor. So just slide the leg back, reach the arm, kind of even with your body if you can. Slide the foot back in, bring the hand to the chair, do it the other side, slide that other leg back, reach, and slide it back in. We're gonna go two more like that, so off alternating sides, reach it out, bring it back in, other side, reach it out, bring it back, one more each side, reach it out, bring it back, other side, reach it out, and bring it back. We're gonna up it a notch. You always have the option to do what we just did. Now, instead of just sliding it back, I'm actually gonna lift the leg a little bit. If that's not good for you, just keep it on the floor. So right leg, left arm, just reaches it out and bring it back. Other arm, other leg, reach it out. Again, you can keep the foot on the floor if you need to, and keep alternating reach and bring it in. With the reach. And bring it in, one more each side, just reach. And in, other side with the reach. And bring it in. And bring your body back up. Right, so we're gonna warm up our hips a little bit. We've done these before, we're gonna crush our bug. So you're gonna take your right foot, just lightly on the floor. Kind of the heel is up. Make sure you're not pressing in the floor too hard so that your foot gets pulled or twisting your knee in any way. So we're just gonna bring that right knee into the left. We're gonna go for 8 counts, alternating side to side. So here we go, crush it for 1, and another time, and 2. Here's 3. And 4, going for 8, here's 5. Then we'll do little circles, here's 6, 7, and 8. So now that right knee, 4 circles in one direction, 4 in the other. So starting with that right leg going to the left for 1, you don't have to lift high. And 2, and 3, good, nice and smooth. And 4, other direction around for 1, and 2, and 3, do what you can, and 4. Good, taking it to the other side. Letting that left knee come to the right and out. And 2. Here's 3. And 4. Here's 5. and 6. You're trying to keep the rest of your body nice and still. Here's 7 and 8. And now take our 4 circles. Left leg goes to the right to start us off, bringing it around for 1 and 2, around for 3 and 4. Now reverse your direction and around for 1 and 2. Here's 3 and 4. All right. So I'm gonna turn sideways again so that you can see. I'm gonna do what's called pedaling. In this position, I'm just gonna lift my heels up. And if you want, you can also add a little bit of a hip twist, totally up to you. And we're gonna do a few of those, and then we're gonna be bending one knee, reaching the arm all the way up, and then bending the other way, reaching the arm all the way up. So that's up next. So taking it for pedaling, we're gonna go for 2 sets of 8. Doesn't matter what heel you start with. The chair is for a little bit of balance and support. So taking it for 1, 2, shifting the weight. Here's 3, 4, 5. So it's like we're pedaling. 6, 7, and 8. One more count of 8 for 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Stay where you are. Leave that knee bent. Whichever one it is, it doesn't matter. Take your opposite hand, reach up towards the ceiling or wherever you can, looking up towards that hand, getting that nice little stretch there. Holding that position. And bring your hand back, straighten out the leg, bend the other knee, and reach the other arm all the way up towards the ceiling. And bringing it back down. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of, I call it a glider series. Sometimes I do this with an actual glider. We're going to be holding our hands on either side of the chest. This is also good for your balance. You're going to be placing your right foot in front, and you're just going to glide the foot behind you or arc it back as you open up the arms. So here we go. Slide it back, open up the arms, open up the chest, bring it back. Hold on if you need to, and 2, bring it back. And 3, going for 5, and 4, one more, and 5. And now feet are parallel, hands are down, taking it into a little bit of a chair-like position. Slight bend in the knees, slight bend in the hips. Slide your right leg out to the right, both arms out to the sides. Bring it back in and up. And again, slightly sit it down, out to the sides, back to the center, and upward. 3 more like this, taking it down and to the side, back to the center, and up. Last 2, taking it down to the side, the center. 1 more coming up, taking it down to the side, center, and up. So now turn the palms face up. Take your right foot back a little bit farther than the left. You're going to curl the arms and step back even more, taking it back, pressing the heel towards the floor if you can. Now coming back up, but not all the way even with the other foot. Step it back with a curl, press the heel down, get the stretch in your calf, and bring it back up. 3 more. Tapping it down, heel down, and bring it forward. 2 more. Stretch out the calf, bringing it forward. 1 more, taking it back, and bringing it forward. And now taking it to the other side again with the hands, loose fist, even with the chest, left foot in front. Hold on if you need to. This is a little balance challenge here too. So slide or glide that leg back, open up the chest, bring it back. Take it for 2, and back, and 3. 2 more. Here's 4. Last 1, and 5. Feet are parallel, hands down, taking it into your little chair position, reaching the arms forward. Left leg goes to the side, both arms go to the side. Come back to the center and bring yourself up. Taking it for 2, out to the side, back to the center, and up 3 more. Here's number 3, to the side, the center, 2 more coming up, and 4 to the side, center, 1 more, and here's 5 to the side, center, and up. Turn the palms facing forward, step your left foot back a little bit farther. And now as you curl the arms, step back even more. Press the heel towards the floor if you can. Bring your foot back, but not all the way. Curl and step for 2. And bring it back in. Good, step it back for 3. And in 2 more, step back for 4. And last one, step it back for 5. And bringing yourself forward. All right, good job with that. I'm gonna take a quick drink. Throat gets dry. Very important to keep yourself hydrated, especially in the winter. In the summer, you know, you just naturally drink a lot of water, but in the winter, when it's drier, dry air, heat, and all of that, we tend to forget to drink water. So that is just so very important. Good for your flexibility as well. So we are going to take it into a little bit of a coordination drill, and then we'll be sitting down for some other deeper stretches. So we're going to hug our imaginary tree. You're going to bring your right leg slightly out to the left. And whether you lift an inch or whether you lift it higher is totally up to you. You can always keep the chair in front of you and hold on to the back. So it's going to be that right leg, left arm opening to the side, taking it for 8. So here we go, taking it out for 1 and bring it down. And 2. Here's 3. And 4. Here's 5. 6. Here's 7. And 8. But do the same thing to the other side. And here we go, bringing it out for 1. And 2. Here's 3. And 4. Here's 5. 6. 7. And 8. Good. We're going to do the same motion now forward. We're going to put it all together when we are seated. So this is just a preliminary. So now it's going to be that right leg, left arm again, but this time it's coming down and up. So here we go. Taking it for 1. And 2. Good. And 3. Left arm taps the left thigh. And 4. Here's 5. Right arm just stays there. And 6. Or down if it's too much. Here's 7. And 8. Now other side. Taking it for 1. And 2. Here's 3. And 4. Here's 5. 6. 7. And 8. All right. So before we sit, we're going to do squeaky balance because that is so important. We're just going to take it, all the weights on your left leg. You're going to lift your right knee for a count of 4. We'll be easy today. We'll just hold it for 4 and lower it for 4. So here we go. 3 sets of that. So bring that right knee up. So bring it up, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. Slowly come up. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, and 4. Just one more time and bring it up. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, and 4. Let's switch over to the other side. All right, we're ready. Here we go. Back up. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, and 4. And again, come up. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4. Last time. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, and 4. All right, we're going to have a seat. Everybody looks so serious. Okay, concentrating, focused. All right, I like it. All right, so we're going to have a seat. So before we forget, we're gonna put together some of that little coordination thing that we did. And then we're gonna be taking it into some stretches, starting with the upper body all the way down, holding our stretches just a little bit longer. So it's kind of difficult to raise your leg out to the side. So you're just gonna tap it to the side. We're gonna take it to the side, and then the front and front. And we're gonna try that for 4 sets. So just have fun with it. If you mess up, laugh and have fun. That's what life is all about. All right. So right leg, left arm starts us off. All I'm gonna say is side, side, front, front. Right, here we go, taking it to the side and the side. To the front now, front and front. Do it again to the side. Take it side and side to the front. Take it front and front. Other side to the side and side to the front and front and front. Last time side. Take it side and side to the front. Take it front and front. All right, good job. So that was. These should be getting easier for you. No, they should be. I'll wait until next week to do the harder one. All right. So we're going to take it from the top, starting with our neck. Be mindful if you have neck issues, any issues at all, only do what is safe for you to do. We are going to do some flowing motions, and then we're going to follow it with a hold. So we are going to be looking over to the right and then back to the center. We're going to do that 4 times, and on the 4th time, you're going to hold that position. Then we're going to be lowering the chin and lifting the chin in that position, and on the 4th time, we're going to hold that. So here we go, taking it over to the right, slow and controlled as far as you can. And now slowly come back. So we're not holding that very long yet. And again, we'll go over to your right without twisting the rest of your body. And come back to the center. 2 more, all the way over. And back to the center. So here comes number 4. We're going to hold that there. So take it to the center, hold that position. Ideally, we should be going 30 to 60 seconds. 30 seconds is a lot longer than you think. But we're not going to hold it 30. So now you're just going to stay in that position, but drop your chin to your collarbone. So just drop the chin down, looking towards the floor, and bring it back to that level position. And again, drop the chin, look to the floor, and bring it level. 2 more times, lower the chin towards your collarbone, look to the floor, and bring it up. Last one, we're going to hold that. So look down, hold that position. Be mindful of what you're feeling anytime you make a different move. Ask yourself, does that feel good? Does it not feel good? And slowly just bring your chin up to the level position and look forward. We're going to do the same thing over to the other side. We are going to be adding a little more intense movements, holding it with the hands at the temple. And if that's not good for you, you can just hold the position without using anything else. So let's look over to your left 4 times. So we'll go all the way over. As soon as you get as far as you can, slowly start coming back. And bringing it over for 2. And bring that. 2 more, over for 3, and back. So here comes number 4, stay here, hold that position. And now you're just gonna slowly lower your chin to your collarbone, looking down towards the floor on your left, and then bring your chin back up to that level position. 3 more times, lower the chin. And come back up. 2 more times, lower. And lift. Now, last time, hold it there, lower the chin, hold that position. And slowly bring your chin back up to that level position and look straight ahead. So we are going to do the same thing. We're going to be lowering the right ear to the right shoulder. But instead of, you have the option to just hold it there like we've been doing, or to use your hand to add a little bit more tension if you feel you're okay with that. Try not to let your body go side to side. Just let your head lower down and come back up to that level position. So lower the right ear to the right shoulder and slowly come back up. And again, lower the ear to the shoulder and bring it up. 2 more times, ear to the shoulder and up. Now this last one, hold it there, bring the ear to the shoulder. I'm going to tell you different movements. You have the option to just stay where you are right now. You can try lowering that left arm to the floor. You can even lift it a bit if you want to. If that's too much for you, lower it. You can try taking your right hand at the left temple, only if you know that you're okay with that. And for a little bit deeper, you can take that left hand and place it behind your back. So don't do everything that I say. Listen to what I'm saying first and do what is appropriate for you. Not every stretch or movement is appropriate for every person. And if anything ever does not feel right for you, get out of the position. And if your hand is behind your back, you can release the hand behind the back. If your hand is at your head, release that hand, slowly bring your head up. And now the same thing on the other side. So just lower that left ear to the left shoulder and bringing the head back up, but trying not to lean the body. And again, just left ear, left shoulder, and come back up. 2 more times, lower the ear to the shoulder and bring it up. Last time, lower and stay there if you can. Slowly just drop that right arm towards the floor. Reach it out a little bit, see the difference. You can also try taking the left fingertips at that right temple, holding that position. And finally, taking that right hand behind your back. And if your hand is behind your back, you can relieve the hand behind the back. If the head's your head, release the hand at your head, slowly bring your head up. So we're going to slowly drop the chin in towards the neck. Try not to lean your body forward. You're just lowering your chin. Same 4 things. So just lower the chin down, looking down between your feet. And slowly bring your head back up, neutral position. Don't lean it backwards. And again, lower the chin. And lift. 2 more, lower. And lift. Now here's number 4, so lower and just stay there. If you want a deeper stretch, you can try taking just one hand behind the back of the head, adding a little bit more pressure, only to the point where it feels good. And if your hand is at the back of your head, you can release that hand behind the head and slowly bring your head up. So we did some quickie shoulder releases when we were giving ourselves a hug. We're going to get into that position again, but we're going to be holding that a little bit longer. So start with your hands, palms facing forward. Take a nice deep inhale, palms come up, they don't touch. So inhale up. Exhale, turn the palms away. Breathe normally. Reach down and back, open up the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Slowly float the arms forward. The right arm is higher than the left. Reach for your opposite shoulders and hold that position. And just stay there. We're not doing 4 and hold. We're just going right into that hold. For a slightly deeper stretch or a different stretch, actually lower your chin. You can also try lifting your elbows. You may feel your shoulder blades separate by doing that, which is good. It's a counter stretch to our squeezing the shoulder blades together all the time. And if your elbows are lifted, lower the elbows, lift the chin, slowly release the arms, reach, let them float back, open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Now this time come forward with the left arm higher than the right, reaching for your opposite shoulders again, holding that position, whatever intensity is good for you, lowering your chin, lifting the elbows, lowering the elbows, lifting the chin, and releasing the arms. So we're going to take it into a little bit of a gentle wrist and forearm stretch. We will go back to a deeper shoulder stretch as well as adding a deeper wrist stretch. So palms face forward again, take a nice deep inhale. This time the palms touch overhead. So inhale up, prayer hands overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to the center of the chest. And now breathe normally, holding this position, slight stretch in your forearms, in your wrists. Hold that position a little bit. We're going to take them a little deeper. Rotate your fingertips forward towards me if you can. If anything doesn't feel right, then just get out of the position, shake out your arms. Holding that here. Now slowly bring your fingertips up towards the ceiling, rotate them towards yourself. It's more awkward, so don't force it. If it's not going right into it, don't force anything. Holding that position. And now bring the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms towards me. Slowly reach out. Feel the stretch in your hands. We're going to slowly rotate towards your right. Hips stay forward. Just take it to where you can. Only if this works for you, if it's good for you. Slowly come back to the center. And over to your left. Taking it back to the center. Reach the palms up towards the ceiling. Opening up the chest. Come back as far as is safe for you. Feel that chest open up. Slightly leaning towards your right, kind of lifting up and over. Lengthen as you stretch. And coming back, ease up a little bit. Now press up and lengthen and go over to the left. And come back to the center and bring the arms down. We're going to take it to the next level now with a little bit of a deeper shoulder stretch. And from that shoulder stretch, we're going to go into a deeper forearm and wrist stretch. So start by taking your right hand out to the side. Slowly come to the front. Left hand palm up. Reaching towards your forearm, bringing that forearm across your chest, making sure that that right shoulder is not up by the ear, but it's lower down. For an even deeper stretch, you may slide that right arm to the center of the left and let the left grab it. Even deeper or a little different is reaching in the upper arm and bringing that arm in. This might be a little bit more intense or maybe awkward. So find the spot that works well for you, holding that position. You don't want to mess around with your shoulders. And we're going to take it to the triceps, which is the back of the arm. So that right arm is going to reach forward. The left arm helps it up. Bend at the elbow. You should feel a little bit of a stretch here. You could stay right here if you are even more flexible and are used to a deeper stretch. You can try pressing your elbow up towards the ceiling, even reaching the other arm up and over if your body allows that, but don't struggle to get into a stretch. It defeats the purpose. And if you are able to take a slight bend over to the left, taking it over, if that doesn't feel good, straighten up. And then just bring that body back up. That right arm is going to reach out forward like we're saying stop. Left hand gently pulls the fingers back, feeling a stretch in the hand and in the forearm. And you can take it to that deeper stretch by turning your palm up and bringing the fingers down. If that's too much for you, go back to the other stretch, which is up like this. It's a little bit easier. And don't press so hard. And we're going to take it to a little bit of a counter stretch, which means the opposite direction. So let the hand just flop over. Very gentle pressure on the back of the hand. You don't want to push too hard. And releasing that hand. So let's do the other side so that we are even, starting with the arm coming out to the side. Slowly float to the center. The right hand is palm up. Reaching for that forearm to just gently guide it across your chest. Sliding it For that deeper stretch, sliding it to the center of that right arm, letting that arm grab it, or taking that right arm at the upper arm. Again, there's many variations, whatever's comfortable for you, holding that position. So we're stretching that shoulder a little bit. We're going to take it to the back of the arm, the tricep, by reaching that left arm out in front, palm up. Let that right hand help the arm come up, bend at the elbow, feel the stretch here. If you push a little bit more, you'll feel it deeper. Again, if that bothers anything, just do to the level that is right for you. And some of you may be used to bringing that right arm up and over if you can reach it without struggling. If you're struggling, stay here. Otherwise, you're defeating the whole purpose of the stretch. And if you can, taking it over to the right a little bit, deepening the stretch on the left side of the body, in the tricep and by the ribs. Bringing your body back up, taking that left hand like you're saying stop. Right hand gently pulls the fingers back. Feeling the stretch in the fingers, the hand, the underside of your forearm. And for an even deeper stretch, try flipping that palm up, bringing the fingers down. If that's too much for you, go back a step. And then releasing that hand for a counter stretch, let the hand just flop over. Let your right hand put gentle pressure on the back of that wrist. And releasing that hand. We're going to take a little breathing break. I know we've been breathing all along, but we're going to do some specific breathing. We're going to start by almost making parentheses with our fingers. And you're going to place those parentheses at your ribs. And I want you to visualize, even if you close your eyes and visualize, you're breathing into your hand. So you want your rib cage to come outwards into your hand, taking a nice deep inhale and exhale. My hands are moving, not because I'm moving my hands, but because of my ribs. So inhale and exhale. One more time like that. Nice deep inhale, breathe into those ribs. And exhale. And then just breathe normally. Bringing the hands to the sides. We're going to do a couple of prayer hand motion. We're not going to stay at the chest. We're just going to come all the way up and down. If coming above the head is a problem, just bring the hands to where you can and then bring them down and reach them back. So take a nice deep inhale to the height is good for you. Inhale up. Exhale, come down. Reach it back. And again, inhale up. Exhale, come down. One last time with a nice inhale up. Exhale down. And breathe normally. Right, we're going to take it now down to the lower body and adding a little bit upper to that. Taking it into a nice wide stance. As far as is safe for you. Placing your hands in the inner thighs. Be mindful if you do have hip issues. I'm pushing back and now keeping a flat back. I'm just leaning forward a little bit. And I'm going to slowly drop my right shoulder towards the floor with a little bit of a twist. The right goes down, the left is coming up, kind of looking towards the left. Feeling that stretch in the inner thigh, but I'm also feeling a little bit of a stretch in a good way in my back. Now rotate back to that center position. Now opposite, so lower that left shoulder towards the floor. The right is towards the ceiling. Again, feeling the stretch on the other side of the body. And bringing yourself back to center and bringing yourself back up. So we're going to add an arm and a side stretch to that, bringing the arms out to the side, lower if you need to. We're going to take it to the right, bringing that right forearm on the thigh, reaching up. Now slowly come out of it as we take it over to the other side. We're going to do 3 and then we're going to hold. So that's all the way up, Bring it back to the other side. Arm starts side and reach. That's 2. Bringing them out. So we're just kind of floating into our positions and reach. So this next one is number 3. We're going to hold it there. Taking it over, hold it there, reach up to the sky. If you're able to, lower that right arm towards the floor. You don't have to touch, just lower it down. If you prefer to keep it on your thigh, keep it there. If you want it a little easier, you can place the hand behind the back of the thigh. A little harder is in front. So wherever's good for you. And slowly bring yourself back up over to the other side. And again, you could stay with the arm on the forearm on the thigh, holding that position. Or lower the hand towards the floor. Again, don't have to touch, don't struggle to touch. And bringing yourself all the way back up. Taking it into a little bit of a twist. If you want to lower your arms, lower your arms. So we're going to twist all the way to the right, almost like an airplane. Come back to the center. Twist all the way to the left. And back to the center. One more each side, taking it over to the right. Back to center, over to the left. And back to the center. I'm going to place my hands behind the head. If that's not good for you, place them here. We're going to do a little side bend, reaching the elbow towards the thigh. So if your elbow's up here, you have a little longer way to go. So taking it over to the thigh, don't struggle to touch. If you touch, it's great, but you don't have to. Holding whatever position you're in. Bringing yourself all the way back up and over. Taking it over to the other side. And slowly coming back up. And bringing the arms down. So we're going to do a little bit of a roll down. So whether you just roll down and hold this position, or whether you just roll down towards the floor, if it's safe for you, then do so. Chin into the neck, you're just rolling, articulating the spine one vertebra at a time. You can even keep your hands on your shin or reach right to the floor. And slowly coming up, you can place your hands on your thighs for assistance, bringing yourself all the way back up. So I'm going to bring my left leg a little bit more to the center, but I'm going to bring my right leg out with the heel on the floor, the toes up to the ceiling. We're going to be stretching the back of the leg a little bit. Try not to put any pressure or weight on that extended knee. You don't want to lock it out. You don't want to strain it. So flat back, just leaning forward. If you're more flexible and you're comfortable, the chairs, make sure your chair is secure, reaching either towards your toes, reaching towards the floor. We're getting a stretch in the back of the leg. And if you think you're going to have an issue coming up, we don't want to use our back. You can place your left hand on that left thigh. Use your arm on that leg to come up, not weight on that right. Now, while that leg is extended out, lower your toes or the front of your foot to the floor, getting a stretch in the top of the ankle area. And now just bringing that leg in, scooting over to that right side of your chair. If you can, just drop your knee down towards the floor. If you're even more flexible and can straighten it out, otherwise just stay where it is comfortable for you. Don't worry about straining. We don't want to strain anything. Stretching out a little bit of the hip, a little bit of the front of the thigh. And bringing that leg back. So now let's take it to the other leg with the heel on the floor. Toes up to the ceiling. Flat back, don't put any weight on that straight leg. Chest coming down towards the thigh, hold that position. If you can reach towards your foot, that's fine, or the floor. Again, these are just suggestions. That doesn't mean you have to do everything that I say. And to safely come up, place your right hand on the right thigh. Use that arm on the leg, not your lower back. And now lower your toes towards the floor, feeling a little bit of a stretch in the top of the ankle area. Holding that position. And I'm just going to scoot over to the other side of the chair. All the way on the left side, just dropping that knee down. Again, only do what is safe for you, whatever you were able to do on the other side, barring no injuries on one side that you don't have on the other. Holding that position. Feeling that stretch in the front of the thigh, in the hip flexors. And releasing that leg, coming back to the center of your chair. So we're going to do some knee hug-ins. We are going to do four of them, and on the fourth one, hold it. So you have the option to just reach for the back of your thigh and hug it in, or reach for your shin, hugging it in with a little bit of a curl in the back. So we're just going to do those quickly, and then on the fourth one, hold it. So go to wherever is good for you. So bringing that right knee in, hug anywhere you can, hugging it in and release. Open up the chest, taking it in for 2, tucking the chin and open. So you're kind of doing a quickie cat-cow in this position, hugging it for 3, open it up. So this is the one you're going to hold. So hold that there. Anytime you need to get out of the position, we're just going to hold it a little bit. And release that leg. Let's do the same thing on the other side, opening up the chest, hugging in the knee. So here we go, hug it in and release. Open the chest, hug it in for 2, tucking the chin, tucking everything, and open up and release. Hugging it in for 3 and release. Here's our hold, so hug it in and hold. Make sure you're breathing. We never want to hold our breaths. And releasing that leg. So we are just going to conclude with a couple of deep breaths, lifting our heels up. As we lift the heels up, you're going to reach your arms up. So bringing the elbows into the side. If reaching the arms up is a problem, reach them down. So here we go. Nice deep inhale, heels up, hands all the way out. Exhale, come into the sides. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come in. Let's go 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, in. 1 more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, bring it in. All right, breathe normally. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. I hope you feel a little bit better, a little bit looser than when you walked in the door earlier. And so important, watch the videos, practice, do some stretches. Even if you do 10 minutes a day, it's so important for your body. All righty, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.